Daring and demonic drifters, I'm Unsilent and we're on the air with more Racing Lagoon. It's episode number 18 of Racing Lagoon. Thanks for tuning in. Last time out, we saw the showdown of Ikki and the Hakone Drift Dancers leader, but Ikki is not satisfied. He wants to call out a demon from the past in Hakone. I forget what the guy's name is. It's a weird one. It seems like positively. It's not one of the ones we know, anyway. Anyway, it's 8th midnight, not 8th night, 8th midnight, Whisper from the Dark. And that's Hakone music. They've got a little bit of dance happening out here in Hakone. There I am, and there's Ikki. I've spent the whole night in my car. Crisp mountain air was starting to get chilly. A lot of thoughts are swimming around in my head. Such as Kyoji's death, Makoto's death, the string of street racing accidents. Well, it's been 2. The mystery behind Yokohama's fastest legend. They know about them out here in Hakone. It was too much to try and make sense of. We'd go stir-crazy if we let it fester in our minds. Hakone had become a battlefield. And Ikki had already claimed victory. But he was not satisfied with that victory. It was the same old, same old. But one thing had changed. A new feeling was born within me. I needed to escape out from under Ikki's shadow. And grow my own wings. I need to race faster than ever before. Or I'd never break free. I'd stayed behind in Hakone to meet with Manabu Oda, that was the guy's name, Ikki's old mentor. Ikki had also left a little gift for me at Toon Shop Windy. Apparently something from Hakone's master tuner, Kiniteru, was it Takahashi or Takashita? Ikki might be buttering me up. With a tasty worm at the end of a sharp hook. But I think I deserve a little extra bonus. Alright, let's let that guy by first. Toon Shop Windy is at the top of the hill, so let's start there. Yeah, there it is. Well, we got ourselves into a battle off the hop. So it'll be a Route 1 battle, yes? Oh, Turnpike battle, sorry. My 86 Lev against that guy's 86 Thunder. It's light, it's not as light as mine, and I've got like 3 times the power that he does, so... And go! A little light breather to the left, back to the right. Don't get too cute with the wall there, Steve-O. I was just off throttle the entire time. Like I gave it a little kiss of the e-brake, but it's probably completely unnecessary. Now here's where you need an e-brake. I didn't need to kiss that wall, but no e-brake there. And we'll just hammer it down. I didn't see if I set a record there or not. I was too busy just seeing if I had hung it out a little too hard. But we're good. We're good. So let's see what rewards we can get. Don't like those tires. Oh, it's the same. Oh no, it's an 86 chassis. So yeah, okay, we got the same. Chassis just got a different body. I think we've already got one of those. What's this thing? Ah, better mushroom air filter than what we got. Lowered suspension. Lowers 3 centimeters. So it's an extra centimeter on top of what we got. And race spec brakes. But we're using less brakes. I may just take the... What's the engine like? We'll just take the filter. The nice thing is if we lose, what we've got as an advantage down the road is the ability to... Okay, we got a 30 on the body. Maybe we don't have a 20 for the body. I think we have a 20 for the chassis, but maybe not 20 for the body. Yeah, so we got the air impact, which is going to take us from 185.5 to 188.2. So a whopping 2.7 horsepower increase. But you know what? If, 2 and, say, 3/4 horsepower is what makes the difference, right? I'm not going to complain too much. What I wouldn't mind is a little bigger turbo. And I don't think... the problem is like our chassis. Nice light chassis, not a lot of slots on it. Unless it's gonna, at the next level it adds a slot in, our engine. Nice beefy power unit, but isn't exactly giving us a lot of, doesn't have a lot of slots on it again. What's the base on my engine? 280. Yeah, we've not been seeing anything else in that neighborhood. So we might have the best engine that we can poach off of someone at this point. Personal opinion, I could be wrong. Just in time to catch Toon Shop Windy. We'll see what Ikki has left for us here. What's that? Looking for Hakone's famous tuner, Kiniteru Takahashi? That'd be me, KT. Wait just a doggone minute. Ikki sent you. You two are racing on the same team? Well, we can't chat until we've had a race. That's how things were done back in the old days. We'll race on Route 1 downhill. How's that sounding? I don't think I get a say in the matter. I probably need to do that in order to get me parts. I find it interesting that we're going to turn 1 despite having just come from the turnpike. Ooh, this could be close. He's got a quick machine. Well, we'll see how this goes. Well, there's that, I don't see him yet, but... Okay. I'm finding it surprising I've gotten out to so much of a lead this early on. I'm just settling the car. It tightened up. That's fine. This is the switchback. Yep. This is the switchback double hairpin, which I'm taking a bit too tight, but it is what it is. And this is a sharp break down to... Oh, no, not as sharp as it looks on the mini-map. Okay, we've got ourselves a decent lead here. I'm not as worried as I was previously. I was worried as you see what his car looks like, the specs on his car, and you think, oh, well, shit, if I drove like this and he was competitive, whew, I'd be toast. Bringing me to a replay, so I don't know if it's gonna do a scene here, or what's the deal. Now let's see. Alright, you passed. Now that we shared the road, we have a special bond. I know just what you're capable of now. Now don't go taking this the wrong way, but come back later when Ikki's with you. Okay, I guess we have to go fetch Ikki. Maybe I'll grab a quick save before I fetch Ikki. Oh, no, well, let's see. He's got a powerful power unit, so let's see what he's got. A lot of add-ons is what he got. He got better tires. We have the same suspension. So what's he got here? Okay. He's got, for high cams. No, I've got the opposite style of piston, right? Oh, he's got a twin carb. Okay. What's this thing? Mid muffler? No. This is one of those times where I kind of wish it would tell me what I've got in terms of... Yeah, oh, I got a bore up. It's not great. Yeah. Oh, I got 20 on the chassis, not the body. Okay. I made... Oh. Twin carb sounds interesting. The cams don't really work without this. I may take this, the ECU. Okay, I have low compression pistons, so it would have been the opposite of what I needed for the cams. Alright, so we're 388 and 390. It's another 2.7. Not great, but every little bit, I guess? Alright. Yeah, with the extra parts and such, I don't mind the idea of grabbing a save. We'll come and visit Ashuria's village there in a little bit. I guess we'll GS. Oh my. Mighty odd. Maybe nothing. Do you guys make shitty gas station coffee here? You might need some. Maybe before we go bug Ikki. We'll go back up the hill, we'll just... It's one thing I gotta be... And I think I've talked about this in the past, be cognizant of the fact that you never know what you can run into. I didn't want you, I wanted you guys. That Johnny's on the hillside here. Hey, sister. What do you think about this guy's car? I seen it in a magazine once. Are they from Japanese Boston? Not racing it, nah. Give it a rest, I'm already wicked sleepy. Oh yeah, they're definitely Japanese Boston. Beating them in their turf makes it all the sweeter, too. Oh, racing Yokohama. Oh, so we got when we get back to Yoko, we gotta keep an eye out for a pair of street racing ladies with Kansai accents. That's an A for me. We'll go down to the bottom of the hill and then work our way back up. Get down to the bottom of the hill here, and Kenzo's in trouble. Sho, nothing weird going on here. So, be on your way. You're not trying to head back to Yokohama, are you? The fog is too thick to leave now. The mountain roads might be dangerous. Too dangerous to try leaving in the middle of the night. We're on the mountains. It's like if there was fog. I know it. You mind coming back with me? I'll lead the way. Had something to tell me? Yeah, be cool, be cool. Yeah, Yuka's taking her sweet time getting here, huh? Eh-heh. No, I'm pretty sure she's here in Hakone somewhere. Why don't you look for her? I spent tons of nights just looking for people. In fact, I need to find Manabu Oda tonight. Yeah, but those DD guys kind of have me boxed in here. I'm in a tough spot. You know what? I'll go look for Yuka. How about that? No, you're not. I should have raced them. Well, here's our Toge friends. Two's friends, sorry, Two's friends. Yeah. Well, if it ain't a Team BLR homeboy from Yokohama. I can't believe Miharu lost to one of you. Wasn't Ikki even a drift dancer back in the day? I saw you back there. You're pretty fast yourself. I wish I could get to see you race against Ikki, though. You're racing in the Yokohama GP, right? Don't tell me the other DD guys, but I'm rooting for you. What do you know about Manabu Oda and his yellow Evo 2000? Never see it around here. That thing is a speed demon. Manabu's the fastest cat around. They say it won't appear on the roads before 2 a.m. Look at that, it's 2 a.m. right now. You're racing Manabu? I gotta see this. The dude is a legend. He came here with 30 Type RS that was tuned for highway driving. But it didn't even matter. He beat the best racers on the mountain with it. In just 3 nights following a crimson moon, he became the legendary racer in Hakone. Since getting an Evo 2000, he's gotten even better at Touge racing. Touge is what we call racing on winding mountain roads. Okay, that's enough. It's not yet time for bedtime stories. Let's dance the night away. Well, we could do an unofficial race entry, I guess. Oh. I guess we could try that. No braking. Look up, that's the night sky. Look down, that's a sheer cliffside. That's concerning. That's exactly how you want a race introduced. No braking. Does have a little different sound with the new parts on it, but I'm off throttle. Because I can't brake, I'm doing a lot of lift and coast. My gas mileage will be fantastic. Now here's... And the other one was don't do it with the e-brake, or the, like, no braking or e-braking. I'm not even sure how you'd have to lift and coast a lot. I guess you could kiss the guardrail, that would slow you down. Yeah, only about 2.5 off my best time, even without brakes. Hey, about time we got a replay skip. So what do we win for, There's our, rewards. No cash, but we got... What the hell's an FW Pro? Sorry, we're gonna kick over to Machine Complete just so I can see what the hell an FW Pro is. It looked like it belonged on, like... Oh, no, okay. What's this? Oh, a flywheel. Okay. FW being flywheel, okay. I was gonna say, it looked like strange looking brake discs or bearings or something. I guess not. Like brake rotors, that's what I'm looking for. Wanna try this just for shits and giggles? Only engine braking allowed. Try to make friends with the guardrails. Okay. So lift, coast, and push. That's not how the song from one of the Tony Hawk games. So I have to reposition my thumb so I can't... Well, that slowed me down. Not when I wanted to do it, but... Again, that was unintentional, but effective. Oh shit, I've gone the wrong way. There we go. Now we'll go left back to the right. And I set a record time without touching the goddamn brakes. I mean, I guess it makes sense if you don't slow down. It just kind of shows how much time you leave on the table sometimes when you have to throw yourself, right to the wolves, as it were. No cash, but I got a steering wheel? A Mad Sports steering wheel, of course. So is that just decorative, or does it impact my steering input, or... Mad Sports. Smaller steering wheel, which increases my turn speed by 2. Okay, we've seen steering wheel options in the past, so... It's been a while, mind, but we've seen those in the past. And it's middle afternoon and just got hit by a sudden wave of tiredness. Oop. Sorry, wrong way. I saw the whole thing. Kenzo's in trouble. Help him out, will ya? It'll help Kenzo out, apparently. Always with the bloody requests. Nope. Hang on, I gotta go find Yuki first, or Yuka first, sorry, and then I'll help you, Kenzo. How's that sound? Good? Great. I was just out of control, not that I was avoiding that one. There's a dot over here. Oh! That's Yuka's car. I was gonna say, this is the last place I haven't been aside from visiting Ikki, but fortunately found Yuka on Heaven's Hill. The stars are beautiful here. They look so much closer than they ever did in Yokohama. You and Ikki have been busy, huh? Weren't you gonna head back by now? It'd be a shame to leave so soon. We never get a view like this in Yokohama. You know, back in the day, an old lady from the countryside told me a story. She said that the dirty city air kept people from being able to read each other's feelings. If I ever felt a pain in my heart, she was there to listen. Sho, is there anything on your mind? You can tell me anything. Kyoji's accident was such a shock. How have you been dealing with it? I was the last one who ever spoke to him. If only I could have done something differently. If something was fated to happen, we can't hold it against ourselves. Every little thing that happens, from babies laughing to losing a friend, it all happens for a reason. Kyoji's death, Makoto's death, you're telling me they were just inevitable? I don't think I can see things that way. I can't just sit on my ass and watch my life get torn apart by tides of fate. I need control. Without agency over our own lives, we're just puppets on strings. So let's take it back. In the newspaper last night, the curse of Yokohama's fastest legend. What do you know about it? It's a strange story. Nobody knows who set those records, or if he's still alive. The other drivers he raced with are either missing or dead. It's almost like he's got a DeLorean. A little tricked out DeLorean, but it's... Anyway. Then one day he just vanished without a trace, so they say. Nobody knows the details. It's a creepy rumor sewn together from hazy bits and pieces. That vague story is all that street racers have to cling to. The story has twisted and warped over the span of 10 years. But there must be someone out there who knows the dark truth. It's a curse that's been left to fester for 10 years. Maybe it's better left alone. If we could have avoided the temptation, maybe all this would never have happened. And you think there's someone left that has a connection to those events? That they're the source of the curse? Someone, or something, it might not exactly be what we could... Well, what the hell does that mean? The construction in Bay Lagoon being kept halted by a series of unnatural accidents. Back then, the news terrified me. Some things in this world aren't meant for us to intrude on. Bay Lagoon has a dark and mysterious history. Anything could happen there. It was crazy, but her words were getting through to me. The warning signs were clear as day. Street racers were cursed. Something doesn't sit right. Ikki's been acting suspicious these last few days. You must have noticed something. Try not to worry about him. I'll let you on an itsy-bitsy secret. If Ikki wins the Yokohama GP, he might actually go pro. Wantech is putting together a team of the world's absolute best drivers. There's been a lot of rumors recently about their D project. A dream team of Formula 1 racers? One day there was this black limo parked right outside Ikki's apartment. Everyone was sure he was being scouted for the D project. But since it isn't a done deal, Ikki doesn't like to talk about it. You know how he is. I'm trying to rationalize the things I'm hearing. To make sense of Yuka's wild and fantastical theories. But hell, she was right on the money. Yokohama's fastest legend. What's reared its ugly head? Must be buried once again. How to go about doing that, I had no idea. For the time being, we needed to put the squeeze on Keisuke Ishikawa. It's been a couple of episodes since we've mentioned Keisuke, and he's probably only a pawn in a much greater scheme. But outside of him, we were lost. We weren't going to get to the bottom of this without some kind of plan. Who could we even turn to? It's like putting together a puzzle without knowing where the pieces are. Or what the image is going to form. Could be that too. Oh, there goes Yuka. All of a sudden, I felt a wave of anxiety come over me. Oh, no. I was gonna say there's Mr. Oba there, but no. Like, if I let her go now, I'd never see her again. Both Kenzo and Yuka, my mind was screaming at me that they were in trouble. I assumed that they were going to die, but no. It can't be. It was the same sickening feeling I had felt before with Kyoji. Oh, there's Oba! It was overpowering. Shit, not now. Manabu Oda just showed up in his yellow Evo 2000. What should I do? Chase after Yuka. My meeting with Manabu will have to wait. I can't have any regrets. Those high beams. He was taunting me. I think he was telling me that he'd wait there for me. So I left, passing him by. Through the window, I saw what could only be described as a driver possessed by a demon. Well, they say that there are demons on this hill. His eyes held a dark abyss, together with a stare that had seen death. Are we sure we aren't looking in the rearview mirror? Or vanity mirror? I barreled down the mountain at free-fall speed. I didn't feel an ounce of fear as I slammed the accelerator and just had to reach her. I couldn't handle the loss of another friend. Not ever again. This feels like a good place to splicey some gamer poop for Mass Effect. Sho, everything alright? You got here quick. These roads are all squiggly, you can't just rocket through them like you do back home. Are you alright? Nothing's wrong, is it? Sho, what's the matter? You don't seem okay. Sho, it's the drift dancers. I drove so fast to get here. It was the first time I've ever drifted. I only scratched up the car a little bit. Showed those drift dancers what for. I think I deserve a medal for that. Kenzo, are you okay? You're not hurt. I was following right behind you. You were driving so unbelievably fast. I was trying to flash you with my high beams, but you just kept going. I was so caught up in the moment I couldn't even tell. It was like nothing existed except the road ahead of me. What the heck does that mean? Look, the rest of us are leaving. Give the hot springs a try and then come home. I'll make sure Yuka gets to Yokohama safe. The drift dancers don't scare me anymore, so don't worry. Ikki and I still have some business here. Kenzo, take care of Yuka. Loud and clear. Yuka, let's mosey. Sho, come home quick, okay? It was so strange. The terrible feeling I had earlier just vanished. P, E, another E? Give me a D? Speed. Hey, you get out of the way, you're holding up traffic. I can't tell if you need a mechanic or a psychiatrist. Shove off or race me. Apparently, we are going to race her. She may have picked the wrong fight, though. Alright. It's a minute flat 0.3, basically. It's round up to 0.9 to... Or the point... Yeah, the 0.09, sorry. Didn't quite hold it around. And it's just a matter of settling the car. Cut in a little soon, so I had to kind of wrangle it a lot more on exit. Oop. Did that all sorts of wrong. Found a couple seconds, well, second and a half, eh? Doing that, so not too bad. Oh no, it's not taking that engine. We've already got one of those. We don't need one of those. What sort of tires? Not worried about the wheels, so the wheels aren't bad. Okay. I'll take the brakes. Not that I got space for it, but I'll take the brakes. You never know when you're going to need the, need brakes for chicken race or something. Alright. Let's save before we, deal with Manabu Oda there. A lot of saves, but yeah, you're used to that by now. Alright. Back up the turnpike. Just out of curiosity. I saw the whole thing. Don't worry, you'll make it home safe. That's all I can do, my good sir. We've all got to follow the path we believe in. Here's something from me. Be careful out there. Strut bar. Alma strut. Get. I just wanted to see if it was gonna, if what Sho might have had to say, but. So it'd probably be kind of like, we've already got like a, it'll be a chassis bit there. Nope, that was an, well screw it, that was an X anyway. As I've meant circle, but whatever. Nuts to it. We've got something similar. I don't know if it's going to be the same, but... I was hugged right against the right side of the, or left side of the road, but whatever. Oh. Good thing I saved. It's heavier than me by a fair whack. I know I've got more power, but it's still scary. Been a while since we've been on this one. Also, it's a little terrifying seeing a 7 since the last time we... Last time we saw a 7, it ended up in the drink back in Yoko. Because a 7... is what Kyoji drove. Oh, we've not been here. Or maybe... because we don't have, We don't have time on the... maybe we just haven't done it in this direction is all? You don't have time in the top right there. Sorry, that's what I was going to say. So despite all that, it's only 1,700 rewards points. We got 280. He's got a rotary engine, but don't need that in a rotary port kit, so... Yeah. We're probably okay. But thank you. Up the turnpike once again. Yeah, there he is, Manabu Oda and his yellow Evo 2000. And I've been waiting for this. Do it. I'm itching to race him. Well, he just saved, so I'm okay-ish feeling. Unless he whoops our ass, but we'll find out shortly, won't we? No preview of how badly we're about to get whooped. It's a yellow Evo. We can only hope he goes full James May on us. What the hell was I doing? I didn't care. I was worked up. I felt like a starving hyena. And right in front of me, I had a juicy wildebeest with an exposed flank. The dormant Emperor of Hakone, Ikki's old mentor, Manabu Oda. If I'm going to go in for the kill, now's the time. I was ready to take the stage. I deserved top billing. But did I even believe that? Maybe I needed more convincing. I had to try and strike out on my own. It was a matter of pride. That word had started to weigh heavily on me for the first time. That same weight was bearing down hard on the accelerator. My tires cried out in agony as I snaked up the pass. Okay, we actually do race Manabu Oda, so... Uphill on the holy grounds here. We can do that. We've done this run a few times. We'll see what sort of beast Manabu has. Though we have the better car. Off the line. Oop, kiss the guardrail. There we go. There you go, get it down to second. Now this is the blind uphill into the tight one. No. Well, we won it in the first try, which is good for me for one of these types of races. I can't believe this shit. He just had to show up. Ikki squeezed his way into our race with his RS 2000 Turbo. God, he was fast. He was always a red blur, growing ever more distant. I didn't measure up to him. Since our first race, that blur has started to come into focus. The ocean between us had begun to dry up. The mirage has revealed itself. Just a little bit more and I could reach out and grasp it. It's all I needed to sustain me. Soon it would be mine. And I was sure of it. It's been, what, 2 years? Where does the time go? I'm an old man now. Why'd you have to dig up this old fossil? You might be old, but age hasn't slowed you down one bit. How's Yokohama? Did you ever find the fastest legend? No, my friends keep dying. That wasn't the answer to his question. Try to get out while you still can. Forget Yokohama. Come back to Hakone and leave that nonsense behind. But it was you who taught me about Yokohama's fastest legend in the first place. Now it's already too late. Yeah, I might have done that. So tell me, what do you really know about the legend? There's no turning back for me. I can't get it out of my mind. I hear the voice. It swarms its way inside my head, and it won't stop whispering to me. Its horrible words keep echoing in my mind. You're pathetic. There never was a fastest legend. Just tell yourself that and you'll be fine. Forget I ever told you anything. But what about you, Manabu? Why'd you come back? You couldn't forget it either, could you? You're here for a reason, so stop pretending and tell me. Please, just tell me. The darkness in the mountains swelled into an abyss. Not a single one of us could find any words to speak. That's what went down that night in Hakone. And we're still no closer to finding the fastest legend. Or the curse of the fastest legend. What the hell is going on? My hands clench the wheel in the death grip. Trying to keep my tremors in check. Ikki's taking point. Leading us through the pass towards Toon Shop Windy. And I heard him say it clear as day. I hear the voice. The voice, could it be the same one Kyoji heard? Oh, that's right. Is this all I'm good for? Chasing Ikki's taillights? I'm goddamn useless. Ikki. Why didn't you tell us? Have you been hearing it this whole time? Living in fear, suffering in silence? No, that's bullshit. Hiding in fear. That's not Ikki. He's been fighting alone. Against that formless voice. Toon Shop Windy. After speaking to Kinetaru, Ikki spoke a few words to me, then disappeared into the night. It was only a scant few words, but they were so fantastical I could hardly believe them. Hey, sport, what's the matter? It must be a big deal if Ikki thinks you're the bee's knees. Tell you what, I've got a present for you in the garage. Come here and have a look. A gift from Ikki. Sleeping in Wendy's garage was a GT spec racing machine for the Yokohama Grand Prix. That's not too shabby looking now, is it? What do you think? Old spec, a little based on a McLaren F1, I think. That front headlights and grill remind me a bit of it. It was like something out of a poster on Kenzo's bedroom wall. The right to drive this car was bequeathed to me from Ikki. He was going to drive his RS in the GP, setting an attachment to it. What, I don't have an attachment to my car? I'm not allowed to drive my car in the GP? I gotta drive this... my own car was going to be overhauled at Windy as well. Why would he do this for me? That voice. That voice brings death. When the Yokohama GP rolls around, who knows what it'll do? Is that why he's giving me this race car? He even put my car in the shop so I couldn't refuse it. I mean, they wouldn't, like, Le Mans 55 them this whole thing, would they? That'd be dark even for this game. Even to the end, Ikki is fighting his own battle. I couldn't help but feel that way. He had this beautiful machine waiting for me here, and he never bothered to tell us. I mean, it does look like a GTP, GT1 sort of car, doesn't it? And all I could do was wait for the answer to these pressing questions. Sorry to interrupt, but could I borrow you for a minute? Take a lap with me around the block. How's about we take the Zeta out for a drive? Want to take her for a spin? Now, she's my precious darling, so I'm only going to ask you once. Be gentle with her. So we got a Zeta. The car had 10 years of wear on it. Interesting. The steering wheel had marks all over it, like there was a rich history imprinted on. So it's not like he just got us a new car. He basically got us a loaner 10-year-old GT car. So maybe it's an old Group C car. I found myself taking a nostalgic turn onto memory lane. Then was struck with a sudden case of deja vu. No, we gotta drive it. Oh no, that's his car we're driving. You're not gonna chat with us during it, or is it just gonna wait for the replay? Feels a lot different than my machine. Doesn't have the get up and go of mine. And I'm trying to be careful because it's his car. So I'm trying very hard not to hit anything. So I'm straight line that part. A little left before we go back to the right. And a little left before we go back to the right. Don't have to worry about the switchback when you come in that cold. Crest the hill and back down and eventually cross the line. And hopefully you didn't catch me crashing it at the end. So I guess we're not going to get a replay skip. He's going to chat to us the entire time. Ikki had already filled in KT on the happenings in Yokohama. Everything except how Ikki had begun hearing the voice. I had to respect his choice. If Ikki wasn't letting people know, I wouldn't either. That's what I told myself. It happened 10 years ago. When the Zeta and I, along with that bastard Manabu, were in our racing prime. There's one outrageously tuned Zeta 3000 driven by Yokohama's fastest. You mean Yokohama's fastest legend? That's the one. Him and that Zeta 3000 became a legend. One that's still told to this day. It had a pitch-black body that blended into the darkness of night. The horrible metallic-sounding muffler, and an unsettling air kit, almost as if it was some living beast. Isn't that how we describe Kyoji stuff? Diablo tune. They say that Zeta 3000 was possessed by a demon. They probably weren't too far off. Diablo tune? What? Those cars, the demons that drive them have this sickly black aura to them. That terrifying car is a Diablo Zeta 3000. Every racer who touched that black magic ended up dead in a freak accident. As if the Diablo Zeta 3000 had dragged them down. They must have raced with unimaginable speed. I think he showed me pictures of an accident. It was a blue 7 that had driven into the ocean. Kyoji, could it have been? If the shoe fits. That's right, I recognized that rotary engine. It was the same one his brother drove. That 7 had been Diablo tuned. It's been 10 years. Whoever's responsible for Diablo tuning those cars has hell to pay. 10 years ago, you make it sound like it's personal. We all have one or two things that we regret, things that keep us up at night. Diablo tune is mine. It's a cold, dark memory that I've carried since my youth. I missed my chance to make a difference, and I can never forget that. Devils, demons, man, there's all sorts of weird shit in this game. Sorry, I must have been talking your ear off. I'm letting you drive that GT racing machine. 10 years ago, I built her to take on those Diablo-tuned monsters. I was just a wee little upstart mechanic back then. A friend of mine had gotten in an accident with the Diablo Zeta 3000. Those Diablos have been a splinter in my mind ever since. If I win the Yokohama GP, could I make a difference? I wonder. At the very least, a part of me can find rest if you can make it to that podium. Never thought that Diablo tune would make a comeback. What I've told you are just memories from long ago, but there's a real chance there could be a Diablo-tuned car in the Yokohama GP. Thanks for listening to this old man and his stories. That settles it. Bring home that trophy. It's just a dang old race. You're gonna call yourself a real-ass street racer. This is how they all prepare for a big race. Hold it and all those emotions inside you, and then blammo, let it explode all over the streets. Prune juice style. Not sure we want a prune juice style explosion, but okay. I don't want you to leave any regrets behind. Put everything you got into it. Then come back here. Win, and I'll let you know the whole story. Fella, I'm sure you don't need a promise to me to get you to win tomorrow. I'm sure you've made a promise to some pretty young missy along those lines already. Don't forget about us over in this world. Once you start racing at the Grand Prix level, you'll start to see the other side of speed. If you're not careful, it'll whisk you away. It'll call to you with its voice and lure you into its darkness. If you ever start hearing it, try to remember my warning. The people you shared a promise with will be waiting for you to earn that victory. They're the ones you can count on to always have your back. And I'll be here too, waiting. Is he trying to be like our Obi-Wan Kenobi? Well, that's the night. Bit of a longer episode. We could have probably split that in two, but there's a lot of talking in that episode as well. Alright, so that'll do it for this episode of Racing Lagoon, but until we see you again, I'm Unsilent. Thanks very much for joining me. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you're new, share on social media, follow on social media. The social media handle is Unsilent on air, and that is for Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Tumblr. And don't forget, there's plenty more Racing Lagoon in the playlist. It's on the screen, in the description down below, and more videos anytime on the channel page. And until the next time, I'm Unsilent. Thanks very much for joining me. Like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.